know who Sammy Lee is, right? And I stupidly, and I've told this 100 times, I'll put my hands up to this, Stuart, I stupidly said, just tell him it's Sammy Lee.
Yeah, because you want to publicly embarrass or shame or do things or use material, including Sammy's images still, and yet you hate the girl and yet you're using the images to make yourself look famous. Oh, fuck, bruv. Stop making allegations against Sammy.
What really confused me about this whole situation with Stacey Busher contacting me in the first place is she accuses me of messaging her friends Clark, Mason and Charlene. Charlene has since admitted that she doesn't know me and has never met me, and that she was told by somebody on her film set to not like me and block me. That person is Clark Tribe and Aaron Twin.
You're having all these arguments with other people, Sammy, but yet not once did you ever message me about it and ask me. Yes, I commented on someone's status, right, get it right, status, not a group chat, that, oh, is she at it again? Yeah, I had to block her too. Because I was made aware of beef you had with someone else that I work with that had absolutely nothing to do with me.
About anyone else. All you done was message Charlene, message Mason, message Clark, because you're fucking a jealous little cunt, mate. Don't make me come and see you!
Mason Fardo is also a friend of Clark Tribe's. He messaged me at Christmas having a go at me, basically saying that I'd ruined Clark and his life because they got fired from the production in 2017, like 7 years ago. But at the end of that conversation, we'd actually sorted things out. A few nights later, he was also joining in the slander online with Stacey Busher and Charlene Aldridge. Again, he's a friend of Clark Tribe's. See, the narcissist always contradicts himself. In this message Mason sent to me, he told me he doesn't get involved in any of the hatred. He has no hate for anyone. And yet here, he's on Charlene Aldridge's page, hating on me. So the two-faced bitch Mason Fardo is at it again. If you remember back last December, he contacted me to give me a load of abuse. He then listened to my side. We kind of sorted things out. But the next day, he was on a ladies' wall, slagging me off, telling basically a load of lies and trying to spread hate and rumours on me. It was so two-faced, I couldn't believe it. But this morning I woke up to another message from him giving me a load of abuse. So for some reason, and I think it's because I have a new production coming out, they've decided to try and badmouth me again. So this guy who is in his 50s is now going around trying to get people not to work with me. And you can see in the comments, he's basically enticing people like Louise Seaton, who I stopped working with on Rufid 4 because she decided she wanted to stay friends with Aaron Twin and Clark Tribe. So there's a little hate group forming from the production of Rufid in 2017, and their egos are so dented they just can't seem to get over it. So yeah, for some reason Mason Fardo thinks that he's qualified enough to tell people who they can and can't work with. And I think the audacity of it, basically, it's just ridiculous. Now, if you remember back in December, I had a guy called Mason Fardo who was messaging me on Christmas morning, just basically to tell me how shit my film was, how shit I was, and how amazing he was doing. He is in fact a friend of Clark Tribe's, and a few years back I was getting a lot of trolling from these men. But after a while, it seemed to die down a little bit. Then I was contacted by the crazy nutter Stacey Busher, who it turned out that she was actually just an extra on one of Clark's films. And she took it in her own hands to contact me in the October to threaten me. And basically what these people do is gang up on Facebook like it's a school playground and try and entice hate. Anyway, hadn't heard anything since I saw all that out with the last lot. This morning, I woke up to another message from Mason, basically telling me the same things, that I'm shit and that he's so much better than me and doing so much more better than me. The guy seems to have quite a big ego. Now, I don't know Mason, really. I met him for all of an hour in 2017 when he came onto the set of Roofed to do a small part. For some reason today, he's going around telling everybody that he left the set because the set was shit. And he's also saying, basically to people that were on Roofed, how much of a hard time he had. And then they're joining in. This woman here, for instance, Louise Seaton, she was on Roofed 4. So she'd actually never met Mason. Mason was on Roofed 1. There's sort of 3 years difference between the 4 films. So yeah, they hadn't met through me. I think it was when Louise Seaton started hanging around Dave Courtney, she met Clark Tribe and then obviously became acquaintances with Mason. But as you see here, she decided to get in on the conversation, basically telling people that she'd walked out of the set because I'd gone feral on her. When the case was that I was actually raped by one of the firm fellas, and I gave her an ultimatum that if she wanted to carry on with the production of Roofed, she wouldn't be able to be in contact with Aaron Twin or Clark Tribe because I didn't trust them. And she chose Aaron Twin and Clark Tribe. So that was it. We went our own separate ways. She decided to put a post up and say, "Thank you very much, Sammy Lee. I should have listened to everybody else." But my point is, this lot are all sort of way over 40, going into their 50s, some of them in their 60s, and they're acting like Facebook is some sort of playground. Now Mason's taken it upon him to tell people not to work with me, saying that I'm vile, and, you know, like I said, I've only met this guy for an hour 8 years ago. So how he knows I'm all these things, I have no idea. But I put it down to the fact that Clark Tribe hasn't even piped up. He's not said a word this time. So it just proves even more that he's getting people to do his dirty work for him. The fact that Mason is literally trying to entice hate and getting people like Amanda, a guy here called Ricky Ray, who are talking about me like they know me, and telling people that they've had contact with me at some point, and I don't even know these people. So what I'm suggesting, they're either complete nutters who are just trying to get in on the circus, or they're fake accounts. And it's actually the boys pretending to be other accounts to back them up, because I've had that a few times as well. You will remember the guy Chris Smith that stole my film. He was also one of the Little Bully Ring members. I've actually won the court case and I've sued him. So the High Court are now dealing with it. And in the next couple of weeks, I will be doing a documentary and teaching people how to go about suing for copyright infringement. Because it was quite a hard little challenge to start with. I let this guy sort of do this to me for 7 years, putting in false copyright complaints on my YouTube, trying to have my YouTube channels like taken down, trolling me on fake accounts, setting accounts up in my name, doing things in my name. I've done many videos to prove all this as it's happened, and many people that are following me do understand and can see exactly what's going on. But this guy Mason is got to be at least 50, and he's acting like a 5-year-old, literally. He can't even spell my name right, and he's literally just going out there trying to entice hate against me, trying to get people to not work with me. So lucky for me, I work with a lot of people that I've actually worked with several times, and they know how I work and they know what I like on set. Unfortunately for Mason, if he goes around on sets and gets arsey with the producer, or starts trying to bully the producer of a film, I don't understand where he thinks that's going to get him. Now, I've not had anything to do with this circle for a very long time. And unfortunately, in the film industry, there are these people that their ego is so immense that they really do believe that, you know, that they can treat people like shit. I call it a Johnny Depp, you know, he really thinks he's a Johnny Depp already. The way he tells people not to work with people, bad-mouthing people's names. I also noticed in the comments that somebody they worked with strangled a woman. And Mason says here that he's aware of it. So, not really the type of people I want to be hanging around. And I really wish that they would stop trying to use my name to, I don't know, what, big up their production, get attention, try and get some sort of controversy going. I'm really not interested. I'm way too busy working on my own projects and having a life, basically. I'm really looking forward to Halloween and Christmas as well. So I would really appreciate it if Mason could just get over himself, continue what he's doing. Obviously, Clark's leaving me alone now. He hasn't got involved. I haven't seen him comment anything. But there are a few people in there, like that Christopher Victor Shipton and this Amanda and Ricky Ray, and they're all talking about me like they know me, and I've never spoken to any of these people. So it just goes to show you, flying monkeys really do exist.
Fuck you to talk about anyone else. All you done was message Charlene, message Mason, message Clark, because you're fucking a jealous little cunt, mate. Don't make me come and see you! Happens, darling. I'm right here in your messages. Bring it on, darling. Do you want my address, you stupid little cunt? You don't even have a fucking clue you're fucking with. Are you fucking for real? I don't even know Charlene, never fucking spoken to her, and I spoke to Mason at Christmas and we sorted things out. So again, you have no fucking clue what you're talking about, you twats. Get a fucking life, sitting at home with no fucking life, so you're a little troll. Little troll bitch. I know exactly who you are, and I know exactly where you fucking work. And I'll be contacting your work, and they're going to be listening to your messages, you fucking stalking weirdo.
So that's what you call reactive abuse, something that I've only learnt recently, that there are some people out there that like to provoke you to get you to that level. I don't let people get to me like that anymore. But this woman was poking her nose into my life. She was surrounded by the men that hurt me. And yeah, I kind of lost it a little bit. But I'm just glad that I have no more connections with these people. They have no access to me. But, you know, they go around saying to people that I'm the bad person, and yet they're the ones stalking, threatening people they don't even know. Using vile language, calling me a cunt, you know, saying things about me that they don't even know, all because some men told them to. So what I've learned now is people like this are just enablers. They're actually abusers themselves. So yeah, Mason can carry on bad-mouthing me, and I'll just keep collecting all the evidence of what him and his friends are really up to. And believe it or not, I was just about to finish this video and I had a notification from YouTube. Andy Howarth, who is also a friend of Clark Tribes, he was the DOP on the drugs game, has decided to leave a comment under one of my Roofed trailers telling me it's a piece of shit. I've never met Andy Howarth, had nothing to do with him online or in reality, and well, it just proves my point. The mentality of these people. Mason and Clark tell them to go fetch, and they do. Andy Howarth is a bit of a numpty, so I'm not exactly bothered about it. And to be honest, he did me a favour, just like Stacey Busher did when she tagged Mason and Clark's name in a stupid little post. So yeah, I've basically proven all the connections, and they've got to be in their bonnet because they don't want me to continue working in the film industry, and they're doing everything that they can to try and badmouth me, only they're not really important people that have any sort of credit to my life, use to my life. They literally live miles away from me. And like I've proved here, they are literally obsessed. So I guess that comes with social media, really. But yeah, I'll continue to document everything and they can carry on with their little games because really they're just making themselves look really nasty and stupid. Thanks for listening, guys.